All too common. With the rise of internet culture in the 21st century, we as a society have seen the rise of some very interesting subcultures. One of these subcultures is extremely intriguing. This particular subculture has its roots in the darkest depths of internet forums such as 4chan, 8chan, and even 12chan. This subculture emphasizes its love of Japanese culture, Mountain Dew, and video games. I am of course referring to what we commonly call a neckbeard. These reclusive creatures reside on the fringes of society, and as such, their habits and lives in general have gone largely unnoticed by the greater public. I'm about to change that. I have come in contact with a man recently who claims to be a member of the elusive neckbeard species. He has agreed to let me spend a few days with him so I can learn all I can about him and his group and how they spend their daily lives. This is a pioneering exercise in investigative journalism I'm about to embark on here, no doubt fraught with danger at every turn. But I am committed to bringing the neckbeard story to the masses and showing you how this rich, mysterious subculture exists directly under our noses. I am Michael Moore, and let's begin.
Transistor radio comes from far away, and when it's night over here, over there, it's a breaking day. I remember all the good times I had walking in the sand with the beautiful girl that I met made in Japan. The beauty of her face was beyond my wildest dreams, like cherry blossoms blooming in the mountain in the early spring. As we walked by the river and she softly took hold of my hand, that's when I fell deep in love with the girl made in Japan.
Is this thing on? Okay. I'm here at the residence of Andrew Tauberg, or more specifically, the residence of Andrew Tauberg's family. You see, he lives with his parents, so I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna go inside and see if I can meet him. Andrew Tauberg lives in the basement of his parents' townhouse. He has agreed to let us film there and document his home life. There's no doubt in this reporter's mind that it will be very, very interesting. Okay, so I'm here outside the Tauberg residence. So I've just rang the doorbell, and it sounds like there's some heavy footsteps coming towards the door here. Greetings. My name is Michael Moore. Nice to see you.
Coming in. My name is Andrew Tauberg, and I'm 20 years old. I embrace the title of neckbeard with pride and dignity. Hello, and welcome to my humble abode, a place of magic, deception, and the occasional monster. Now, if you follow me, for any WoW players out there, add me by my username, DragonSlayer911. Enough with the solicitation. I just want to come here and brag about my level 100 Death Knight and my Archarius Death Charger mount. My two favorite things in the world, Mountain Dew and Doritos. As far as athletics, well, I don't do any sports, but I'm still pretty fit. As far as the girls go, Well, there's none to speak of at the moment, but my persuasion skills are maxed out. You could call me a silver-tongued devil if you will. And I do attend the prestigious magical institution known as Naugatuck Community College. Come on in. Here it is, the bachelor pad.
Andrew's living conditions are interesting indeed. Some would call his accommodations filthy, disgusting, or even so bad a Syrian refugee wouldn't live here. But Andrew loves how he lives.
I pretty much stay here 24/7, except when I run out of Mountain Dew, scary stuff, or the occasional class. Step into my office. Here's the real baby. Here's where the magic happens.
It's an Extreme Core i7, 6 cores, 15 megabytes of cache, fastest you've ever seen. Not only that, I have a good dual SLI NVIDIA GTX Titan in here. Oof, that bad boy. Not to mention 128 gigabytes of RAM to support this baby and any enemy hordes that come running. Well, look at these smoking babes. Much like the Mario Star, these are way too OP. Every detail, every pixel is blinding detail.
So it would seem that our friend Andrew lives in what he might call the lap of luxury. Let's keep walking around and see if we can.
Moron! Another one of the dinners I paid for is ready. Who are you? Another one of his loser friends? You're doing a documentary about him? Short movie.
As Andrew's father, Silas Tauberg does not appreciate his son's lifestyle. I'll let him explain. Well, why is that?
I'll help you out. He's a loser, a zero, a moron. He's the reason this country's going down the tubes. And let me tell you, the fact that I helped create him makes me nauseous. Hey, woman! Can't you hear I'm talking here?
Are you nauseous right now?
Think about what we're dealing with here. I bust my hump 16 hours a day hitting rivets. Honest work. An American job that puts food on the table for my family. And what am I getting in return? Outsourcing jobs to foreigners, decreased hours, Obamacare stealing my Medicare. And now I hear Sharia law, whatever that is coming to the state of Connecticut. Our very way of life is being systematically removed by that Muslim in the White House. And let me tell you, our world today can only be saved by reverting back to the gold standard. And that's why I'm voting for my boy, Teddy Cruz. And you should too. But anyway, that knucklehead down there, what's he doing? Eating potato chips and pretending like he's some sorcerer's apprentice. Last time I checked, they're not giving out any awards for playing with your joystick.
But, Silas, that's a form of creative expression, don't you think? Developing new forms of communication is what's going to bring our today's youth in competition with the rest of the globe.
Yeah, I'm sure all you and your pinko commie friends would like to believe that. But all I'm seeing is that pasty zero emptying my fridge, running up my electrical bill, and draining my bank account. Unless we need to compete by seeing who's the biggest loser, this is the end of civilization as we know it.
So, from what I can gather, our friend Andrew isn't welcome in his own home. His father sees him as a slacker, a nobody, if you will. However, the young Tauberg feels differently.
Do you think your father means well for you, Andrew?
Well, he just doesn't understand. Gaming, anime, atheism. It's just too much for him. As much as he'd like me to take up that family trade, it's too much of a commoner's task for myself. My favorite thread on Reddit. Damn it!
out of gamer fuel. I'm gonna have to go outside. All right, Michael.
This was it, ladies and gentlemen. My first time out of the house with Andrew. What cultural anomalies awaited me on our neckbeardy outing? I had no idea. The one thing I did know, however, is that this would be a rewarding experience for me.
So we're headed off to Stop and Shop, which Andrew says is one of his favorite places to shop for his food essentials. So you said you wanted Mountain Dew, Andrew. What else are you thinking about buying today?
Doritos are always a high priority in these situations.
What Doritos do you prefer? Like, I know there's a lot of flavors, so...
The original, and also extreme buffalo flavor. We probably won't be able to find any limited edition ones today, but we can always hope.
So, do you get out of the house often?
Michael, I don't like to leave my house a lot. It's mostly to and from the store, and then to and from the school to the school for a couple classes, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's really dangerous out there.
Yeah, how so?
Well, you have the opposite gender. You also have people that want to talk to you and don't want to talk about video games. You also have this stuff about politics, which is really annoying.
Yeah, what's your view on politics, Andrew? I don't think we ever really discussed that.
It's just kind of annoying to talk about, and to be honest, our society is so wrapped up in itself that nothing gets done.
Would you call yourself a libertarian? I feel that a lot of neckbeards I read about in the literature call themselves libertarians.
I think that's the perfect word to describe me, Michael.
This is quite a nice place, Andrew.
First time I've seen it in a week.
You must be pretty good at school, really, don't you think?
Well, for math and science I do pretty well, but in terms of my writing, well, my teacher's sick of hearing about my LOL stats by now and describing my various achievements in LOL in the virtual world, and she wants me to expand upon my writing capabilities, but I'm not sure how much I can do that anymore.
Hey Andrew, is this did you ever go to this school?
Yeah, that's New Fairfield High School.
Really?
Yeah, there's all the teachers there, especially the ones teaching the higher level senior classes, all think our senioritis is really bad, and then we don't do anything. It's really annoying.
That senioritis it's like that thing with where like seniors don't want to do anything because they graduate, right?
Yeah, they think that we just throw in the towel.
Did you have any teachers when you went to high school that really hated senioritis?
Well, there's one in particular, and there's a couple others that were not fond of it at all. There's the church on your right, Michael.
It's very nice architecture.
Besides that, that's about all that's good. The architecture is all about. That's all it's good for. It's visually appealing. Besides that, it's practically a cult where people go to worship some devil, and they all manipulate their minds.
Are you an atheist, Andrew?
Absolutely, Michael. I call myself spiritually higher than something as holy as religion.